Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. Something one, especially money. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. Something that remunerates. They saved a quarter of all their earnings. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. Informal terms for money. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. An open fabric of string or rope or wire woven together at regular intervals. A computer network consisting of a worldwide network of computer networks that use the TCP/IP network protocols to facilitate data transmission and exchange. Yield as a net profit. This sale netted me $1 million. Make as a net profit. Construct or form a web, as if by weaving. Catch with a net. Net a fish. Conclusive in a process or progression. The net result. Remaining after all deductions. Net profit. A goal lined with netting, as in soccer or hockey. A trap made of netting to catch fish or birds or insects. Game equipment consisting of a strip of netting dividing the playing area in tennis or badminton. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. Make a profit. Gain money or materially. The company has not profited from the merger. Derive a benefit from. She profited from his vast experience. The advantageous quality of being beneficial. Attain success or reach a desired goal. Something one, especially money. Win something through one's efforts. Win someone's confidence and friendship. Obtain advantages, such as points, etc. Win points. Acquire or deserve by one's efforts or actions. A victory, as in a race or other competition. He was happy to get the win. Be the winner in a contest or competition. Be victorious. Something one, especially money. The financial gain, earned or unearned, accruing over a given period of time. The amount of monetary gain. A bonus. Something extra, especially a share of a surplus. A number to be divided by another number. That part of the earnings of a corporation that is distributed to its shareholders, usually paid quarterly. The portion of a company's profit allocated to each outstanding share of common stock. Quick or easy earnings. They are traders out to make a fast buck. Shameful profit. He would sell his soul for filthy lucre. Finance. The net sales minus the cost of goods and services sold. Finance. The net sales minus the cost of goods and services sold. Very funny. A killing joke. An event that causes someone to die. The act of terminating a life. A very large profit. Finance. The net sales minus the cost of goods and services sold. The amount of collateral a customer deposits with a broker when borrowing from the broker to buy securities. A permissible difference, allowing some freedom to move within limits. The boundary line or the area immediately inside the boundary. An amount beyond the minimum necessary. The margin of victory. The blank space that surrounds the text on a page. He jotted a note in the margin. Detailed stylistic instructions for typesetting something that is to be printed. Manual markup is usually written on the copy, e.g. underlining words that are to be set in italics. The amount added to the cost to determine the asking price. Profit that occurs unexpectedly as a consequence of some event not controlled by those who profit from it. The act of making something clean. Baseball. The fourth position in the batting order, usually filled by the best batter on the team. A very large profit. Quick or easy earnings. Several things grouped together or considered as a whole. The act of accumulating. An increase by natural growth or addition. Finance. Profits that are not paid out as dividends but are added to the capital base of the corporation. An individual quantity of food or drink taken as part of a meal. His portion was larger than hers. Assets belonging to or due to or contributed by an individual person or group. Something less than the whole of a human artifact. The allotment of some amount by dividing something. Money or property brought by a woman to her husband at marriage. Give out. Your overall circumstances or condition in life, including everything that happens to you. Success that was her portion. Something determined in relation to something that includes it. I read a portion of the manuscript. The effort contributed by a person in bringing about a result. They all did their share of the work. Assets belonging to or due to or contributed by an individual person or group. He wanted his share in cash. A sharp steel wedge that cuts loose the top layer of soil. The allotment of some amount by dividing something. Death gets more than its share of attention from theologians. Give out as one's portion or share. Have, give, or receive a share of. We shared the cake. Any of the equal portions into which the capital stock of a corporation is divided and ownership of which is evidenced by a stock certificate. He bought 100 shares of IBM at the market price. Communicate. I'd like to share this idea with you. Have in common. Our children share a love of music. Use jointly or in common. The effort contributed by a person in bringing about a result. The actions and activities assigned to or required or expected of a person or group. The government must do its part. To some extent, in some degree, not wholly. I felt partly to blame. Assets belonging to or due to or contributed by an individual person or group. A portion of a natural object. They analyzed the river into 3 parts. Something less than the whole of a human artifact. The rear part of the house. One of the portions into which something is regarded as divided and which together constitute a whole. The written part of the exam. Discontinue an association or relation. Go different ways. The business partners broke over a tax question. The melody carried by a particular voice or instrument in polyphonic music. He tried to sing the tenor part. Force, take, or pull apart. Moses parted the Red Sea. An item that is an instance of some type. My dog swallowed a Lego part. A line of scalp that can be seen when sections of hair are combed in opposite directions. His part was right in the middle. Leave. The extended spatial location of something. Religions in all parts of the world. Go one's own way. Move apart. The friends separated after the party. Something determined in relation to something that includes it. He wanted to feel a part of something bigger than himself. An actor's portrayal of someone in a play. She played the part of Desdemona. Come apart. That which concerns a person with regard to a particular role or situation. It requires vigilance on our part. A proportion in relation to a whole, which is usually the amount per 100. Assets belonging to or due to or contributed by an individual person or group.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.